All right, this is the third member of our team. If you spent all that money, you have this cool dummy. If you didn't and you made your own out of footy pajamas, that's awesome too. These all work. So we're now going to look at the positions, the fundamental positions of jiu-jitsu, just really quickly with just some tips. First, we'll start with side control. Hand goes under the dummy's head, and the right shoulder jams the face, making the dummy look away from you. Knee hits the hip, and the elbow controls the hip. As you can see, with downward pressure, he's holding the dummy down. No matter what your sort of level of ability is, if you do this correctly against someone roughly your own size, you're going to be able to hold him down. You won't have many attacking options, but that's correct. Next, we're going to look at mount. This is a dominant position in jiu-jitsu and martial arts in general because you can punch them in the face and there's not much that they can do to you. The goal for the person on top is to stay heavy on the hips and keep the arms out. Now we're going to look at guard.
Bottom.
While it looks silly and you feel foolish, ladies out there, this is the sexual assault position, right? A man that's attempting to sexually assault you will very much put you in this position, and knowing what to do with it is important. The person on the bottom's advantage is the hips are controlled and you can move it around. Now when we look at attacks like omoplatas, triangles, and arm bars, all of these come out of this ability to control the hips. Person on top, it's their goal to escape this. We'll talk more about that later. Finally, the most dominant position in jiu-jitsu is the back. You see here, we don't cross our ankles. Don't do that. We're going to put our feet, either we call them our hooks, under the legs, and then we're going to have what's called a seatbelt grip. One over the shoulder, one under the shoulder. And we'll end with a nice little submission here that you can practice. This is what's called the choking arm. That's the arm closest to the neck. It's going to go across the neck. He's going to grab his own bicep on both hands, and he's going to inhale and squeeze. When done correctly, the person will pass out in about 4 seconds. You think I'm exaggerating? It happened once at Howard where a student, without telling me, wanted to see how long they could last before they tapped. And about 4 seconds in, I was thinking, why isn't this guy tapping? His legs went out, he hit the ground, people screamed. It's not horribly dangerous. We just shook his legs and he woke back up. But it's very effective. It is the #1 submission in mixed martial arts.